Every time I set my phone down, it freaking goes off. Like, irritating. I look up on my face. I want to see if I can get this video pulled up. I don't know why, but it doesn't pull up. I think I wanted. So yeah, I was just watching this video about people getting fired at their job for being high or drunk. Oh, it's right here. I might have to get a new freaking downloader. Let's say when dumb people get arrested at their jobs. To show you the gentleness and it shows a girl that's just standing there like, I'm not high. As you can see, the life and weight. So you wouldn't think like you would now let's take another view of them. You would get arrested at your job for being high, especially if you've been there a while and you just kind of think it's okay. That's when people keep you. That's when they get That's when they can catch you off guard. They can catch you off guard, making you get, feel a little bit too comfortable at your job, and then you come in there high or you come in there wasted, and then boom, they hit you with, the cops coming in here unexpectedly, trying to see if you high or not. And then boom, get arrested because you high or you drunk because the police was called at your job and you didn't know. You ain't know it was like that. Like, oh, it's like that. I can see somebody be like, oh, it's like that. You gonna call the police on me? There's probably been a lot of times when people did that. They felt like they was cool with that. When officers arrived, they found the employer sitting. It didn't catch me by surprise, honestly. It's just the fact that, it doesn't happen. $100 bills in the cash register to see if they would go missing. And if it did, it hadn't happened in a long time. Like, oh, this person's actually getting arrested for being high at work. And it's usually, they don't pay attention to none of that stuff. Especially if being high and being drunk is normalized to where you can go to work. High out your mind, and they won't suspect it because that's your usual behavior. A lot of times, people who don't be high or don't be drunk can't tell the difference between a person that's high or drunk at work because it kind of looks like, something that's normal until it doesn't. You know, you want, just like I was at the we was at this funeral. Well, we was after the funeral we went to the I forget what it's called, the where you eat and stuff. So we went to eat. And when I say my sister was eating like crazy, you wouldn't even know she was high if she hadn't not been eating the way she was eating. No, she just gave it all away. Oh yeah, I'm high. I'm eating this, that, and the third. You know, she's showing that she's high. You know, she's eating more than normal. That's showing that you're high. On top of that, you know, her just being quiet and just chilling, you wouldn't suspect that. You know, she just cool. She just, you know, doing her own thing. She in her zone. But the fact that she went out there and she just, you know, she doing it purposely. Yeah, I'm eating this, I'm eating that, I'm eating more than average. Everybody like, okay, yeah, you're high. You know, obviously you're high. When it's obvious like that, but like I said, off the top, off the rip, if you go to somebody coming into work and they've been drinking or they high, they normalized it. You know, they become immune to it to the point where I'm gonna come into work, but you won't suspect that I'm high because I'm acting like you. You know, a lot of people can do that. A lot of people can put on this behavior or put on this persona of, you know, they high, but at the same time you can't suspect them because they are taking on a trait. They're when you're high or you're drunk, you're observant. You know, more observant than usual. So you're really just observing the nature of other people. You're taking on those traits of what they're doing. So therefore, when as you're high or you're drunk, you're acting like them. So then it's like, you know, you're acting normal because who's in front of you is a normal person. You know, you're taking on their characteristics, and they won't even suspect that you're high. They won't suspect that you're drunk because you took on their persona. So like I said, when you go into work, a normal person or a normal employee, they just be like, oh, that's how they always act. You know, that's just them. They do that. You know, they gonna suspect that you know, you're not high or you're not drunk. But if you giving away the obvious, then of course they're going to be like, oh yeah, you're high. You know, you're acting a little bit too. Why are you so hungry like that? You know, start questioning. You know, why are you eating like that? You know, if something isn't wrong, even if they don't suspect that you're high, they're going to suspect that something is wrong because you're eating a little bit too much. And then at the same time, this can come off as okay, she's eating a lot. She could be just grieving. You know, this is her way of expressing. She's expressing. Now you're normalizing the behavior. So she expressing it. You know, this is her form of expression. She's eating a lot because, you know, instead of talking and this and that, that's how she gets it out. She just eats and eats and eats, just like people with eating disorders. You know, they eat and eat because they that's the only expression they know. They eat because they're expressing themselves. You know, food. Um. So yeah, but a person that's been there before is gonna be like, yeah, you high. And like I said, it's become so weird to the point where, you know, this person could be high or but this person is acting like they're high. So then they're like, oh, this person ain't really high. You know, they acting like they high. So that's what I'm saying. People are very mischievous. People are very they orchestrate everything to a certain extent. They orchestrate. They know this behavior. They know that. They know this. You know, they know what to do to make you suspect something to the point where, you know, this could not even be this person being high. This could just be this person acting as so they're high. But 9 times out of 10, like I said, she was high. She just, you know, I'm getting off topic, but yeah, she was high. Um, It's just that sometimes you just want to believe otherwise because it's like, why are you so upfront about it, I can honestly say that she was probably the most non emotional person there. She could just be herself, but she didn't be herself. That's what kind of got me about the whole situation. Why ain't you being yourself? You was too young to even like he's my age. So therefore it's like she wasn't even around him at all. She wasn't around him. She had no really no memories with him. She was always with my other auntie. Well, well, friend of the family. God, she was always with her godmother. And then me and my cousins, or me and my brother, was always with them. So it's just like my littlest sister. I wouldn't expect her to be so touched. It's not like she was acting like she was touched or anything, but we would have understood, like, okay, you're not crying, you're not emotional. We understand this about you because you wasn't really around the matter. You wasn't around what happened. You wasn't even around him most of the time. We know this about you. You young. We know that you might not be as emotional as everybody else, but maybe this was a fear of hers. Like she felt like this was expected of her. Maybe she felt like she was supposed to be emotional, but she knew that she wasn't going to be emotional. And that's 9 times out of 10. That's why people get high or people get drunk in the first place, because they're not going to react the way everybody expects them to react. So therefore, they go get high and try to brush off that feeling. Some people just be too much in their head, and I feel like that's what was going on with her. She decided to get high, and she decided to um make this obvious. She wanted to point out the fact that she was high, you know, just so that what so just so you know, everybody else wouldn't notice that she wasn't as emotional as everybody else was. So this was kind of her, excuse for not being emotional at the time. But if you just would have been yourself, we already knew that you wouldn't have been as emotional as everybody else, because for one, he's my age. If anybody would be emotional, it'd be those around my age bracket. We already know this. But some people just, yeah, I don't know. So that's kind of what's going on. That's just an example of a person being high in a situation where it could be a risky situation. If she was to act like that and there's a whole bunch of, well, in a different situation, then it's risky, you know, especially in professional places when y'all going to work, and you smoking and getting high and this and that and the third. You don't know the company you keep. These people may seem cool all up until, you let your guard down and boom, they got you. So, you can't be safe. I mean, you can't, sometimes safe is not always um a safe. Playing it safe isn't always playing it safe. I kind of actually could have went somewhere with that too. I'm just thinking like too much, a little bit too much. What am I looking for? I'm actually looking for this video, and I can't even find it. This might be it though. There's a whole bunch of different ones on here. This ain't even the one I was watching. I thought the food was free. Now these people actually look like they, you know, something going on. So I'm saying weed is so normalized to the point where a person with OCD might be high. A person with anxiety might be high. A person with depression might be high. That's how normalized weed has become. You can't suspect the person for being um high. You know, like I said, that how she was eating like that, the first thing that comes to mind is she's high just because it's common. That behavior is common. But at the same time, she could be grieving. She could be expressing herself in this moment. You know, that's how normalized weed has become. So it's like weed makes no difference. The behavior of weed is normalized, you know, to the point where you can't even, it's not obvious. But it's the same, it's that first assumption. Now it comes off as an assumption of, oh, not like this, oh, this person is high, just like that. No. Now I'm assuming this person is high. Hold on. I just I just got off topic. Hold, that's not what I was gonna say. Um, it comes off as assumption, oh, this person might be high. Oh, this is normal behavior of those who are high. But nowadays, this person could just be expressing themselves, you know? But that's the second thought. The first thought would be, the first obvious, simple, easy thought. Oh, this person's high, you know? And that's what a normal person in that type of mindset. Easy assumption. Oh, she's high. But a person that you want to think more about it. No, or maybe. So yeah, okay, I'm trying to figure out which one I want to do.
Right. You a hoe, bruh. Whatever. You a hoe. You a Get up here. Jesus Christ. Give me. Be a man. Be a man. You be a man. I ain't do shit at all. No, you're just making things. You being a hoe, bruh. You fucking up what I got going on just so you can get paid, bruh. You understand? Jesus Christ. All y'all some bitches. Yeah, well.
All of this would have been prevented if he had just ID'd himself. Instead, he acted like a spoiled brat and got arrested. However, considering all the information the officers received, I think he was going to jail either way.
So I think this is the same guy we were here for a couple days ago.
The last time he was in the store, he got into it with me and another crew member, and that, well, not even the last time. The time before that, and then the last time he was in here, he threatened to come across the counter. My workers had to stand in front of him, trying to punch me in my jaw, and he threw pennies at me, trying to hit me as hard as he could with the pennies and everything. He got told he was not allowed in the store. He's been asked multiple times. He keeps coming in here. He says that we don't have the right to tell him he can't come in here. He got into it with my worker because my worker told him that he wasn't supposed to be in here. And he basically balled up his fist and everything else, and he's been aggressive.
That was today?
Yes.
It's strange to think that a young man would have such a fixation on Burger King, isn't it? Well, it gets even weirder. It looks like this fast food restaurant was TJ's second home. Apparently, for the past several years, he was spending most of his time at the place.
So you guys know his name somehow, or?
Yeah, because he used to come in here and like sleep.
He's been chilling, living in Burger King for like 4 years.
So what, hangs out in the bathroom or what?
No, he just hangs out, he just chills in here with all his stuff all day long till lobby closes.
Yeah.
And then he got mad that he can't live in here anymore.
Okay.
Because he's been living in here for like 4 or 5 years.
He hangs out like all day.
And I came here about a month ago,
as soon as the lobby opens to when it closes.
We told him that he can't be in here because he started doing his threats.
Yeah, what was a week ago you guys decided enough of this?
Well, probably about a couple of weeks ago when the first incident happened, and he got told no, he can't be up here.
He tried coming over the counter and he said,
oh yeah, my one worker, Rick, stood right in his way.
Okay.
I told him that he was not coming out.
Okay. When you said come outside, and he basically said, I'm going to kill you.
Oh, he basically told him, he says...
Is there anything specific? Because that's how we have to operate.
He told him, yeah, put him on the ground.
Put him in the ground?
Yeah.
These people put up with him hanging around the restaurant for years, and he repaid them by throwing pennies at them and threatening them. It's just fitting that he wound up in jail. He was charged with trespassing and resisting arrest with violence. Even though our last suspect resisted arrest, that was nothing compared to how this next one acted. On February 5th, 2021, sheriff's deputies were alerted there was a black Dodge Charger going 40 miles per hour on only 3 wheels. It didn't take long for them to track the vehicle down.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes,
What's
hello.
going on? What's going on? How you doing, sir?
My car.
Yeah, I can see that. Can you explain more? You guys live in Port St. Lucie? Port St. Lucie?
Listen, it's my birthday. I was here on the celebration. What I gotta do so I can get this situated?
Okay.
I'm fucking pissed.
Did your tire explode?
I don't know. Somebody hit me. My shit is done. What I gotta do? Like, it's my birthday.
I hear you.
From the moment this woman opened her mouth, the officers probably knew they were going to have a rough night. These